Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so basically
Yeah,
today I will discuss about that biomass, how we can easily calculating the biomass for a specific region
yeah,
and also make about that time series chart for the biomass. Okay, so
yes, sir.
basically there are the lot of method for calculating the biomass, but in this time we are just focusing about that NPP, mainly net primary productivity, and also use had the gross primary production, NPP and GPP. So I'm simply share my screen, then show you the process, then describe about the code also better. Just a minute. So now can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here you can see this
So,
is the
what's the difference between NPP and GPP?
I explain one by one. So I hope you can see my screen.
Okay,
And this paper is very well about the calculating the net primary productivity for the biomass. Okay, so I have to send you this paper after this class. You can easily read that. Then you can get the better
so
idea
can
about that.
you also record the class?
I also record it. You can also get the record it, no problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I talk about the theoretical part. So mainly what is NPP and what is GPP and how we can easily calculate the biomass using the NPP and GPP. Okay. So here you can see about the background. Mainly NPP is the net primary productivity. It also called the production of plant biomass is equal to all of the carbon taken by the vegetation through photosynthesis, called the gross primary production. So mainly gross primary production is it is the called the carbon taken by the vegetation through the photosynthesis. It is the gross primary production minus the carbon that is lost of respiration. So here you can see this is the equation about that NPP, mainly NPP is also called about the production plant biomass. Okay, and it's equal to, we can say that GPP, which is equal to all of the carbon taken by the vegetation through the photosynthesis. It's called the GPP or gross primary production. Okay, minus the respiration, mainly the carbon that is lost of respiration. So in this time, using this equation, we can easily estimate the NPP. Okay, and NPP is the plant biomass. Okay, so using the NPP, we can easily calculate it or determining the carbon storage increment. Okay, and what is the condition about the vegetation biomass or plant biomass, we can easily identify. Okay, so let's go about the code in this time. I try to discuss. I hope you can easily understand about the NPP and GPP. And there are a lot of things also in here about the NPP and GPP, how it will be work on the ecosystem process. Okay, so I also send you this paper. You also try to read that. Then I hope you can easily get a lot of idea about the NPP and GPP. Okay, so in this time you can just remember that biomass, mainly biomass is the NPP. Okay, plant production of plant biomass is equal to NPP. Okay, NPP, when you calculated the NPP, it is that production of plant biomass. Okay, and NPP equal to GPP minus respiration. Okay, so in this time here you can see this is the code about that. Here I already done about the and make the estimating the NPP. So mainly NPP is the your biomass. Okay, production of the plant's biomass. And we also calculate the time series chart for the different time from year of 2012. Okay, for and this unit is the biomass unit is the kg per meter square. Okay, per meter square how much kilogram. So in this time here you can see about the code. So first of all, I already sent you the code. So now I explain one by one. So first of all, NPP. So in this time, here we can easily get the NPP from the MODIS dataset. Okay. So mainly the MODIS product provide the information about the annual net primary productivity at 500 meter pixel resolution. We can easily get from here. And it also provide about the bands. You can see about the NPP band, which is the net primary productivity. Okay, so this is the band about that. And what is the unit about that? You can see this is the unit about that NPP. As well as also you can see the GPP. This is the gross primary productivity. And we can also get the gross primary productivity also get from that MODIS data set. The 8-day composite, okay, with the 500 meter pixel. You can see pixel is the same 500 meter, but in this time we can get the interval. It is the 8-day, okay, it's the 8-day. But this NPP, this data set, you can see what is the time interval about that. This time interval, I think it is 16-day. You can see what it, yeah. Okay, it's also 8-day. Okay, so it's also better about, you can see we can get the 8-day net photosynthesis from here. Okay, we can get from here 8-day
What
also.
is this 8-day and 16-day?
Which one?
So what is this 8-day and 16-day thing?
Okay, so basically is the suppose globally 8 days, suppose interval. Suppose I can get the first value is the 1st January, then second value I can get the suppose 8th January, then third value I can get the 16th January. Okay, so it's the interval between the first date to second date. What is the interval? Suppose 16-day,
Okay.
8-day, this type of interval. Not only for that, other data set you can also get the lot of interval between the 8-day data set, 16-day data set, annual data set, 32 days interval data set. So these type of things you can easily get the other data set also. Okay, so this is our NPP and GPP. We can simply import it, as well as we can simply just put our time period about that. Okay, suppose year also put here the 1st January, and I'll put December 31.
Sir, how
Okay,
to import it? How to import it? I was unable to import it.
this one.
Sir, how to see? I know like how to just make a variable and then copy paste the code, and I know this way. But how to import the this modest data?
Okay, so you can simply go to the browse data catalog. You can see browse data catalog, and then you can simply search here. I can simply get there. You can see the MODIS. Click on here. So now you can find out what is the MODIS NPP dataset. Simply go to this dataset. You can see, you can find out the MODIS NPP dataset and MODIS GPP dataset. You can see it is a leaf area index. You can see the 8-day gross primary GPP dataset. So simply click on here. Then we can get the dataset. Now from here you can simply import the dataset. Okay. And you can see, if you want, you can simply copy the snippet from here. You can see this is the snippet. Simply copy the snippet and import in your Google Earth Engine code editor. Okay, simply copy and import. Or if you want, you can simply search the name. Suppose you can in your code editor, you can simply search the name about that. Suppose GPP, or you can put here the directly gross primary product. You can see the gross primary productivity 8-day. Okay, simply click on here, and now you can see this is the data set which I use in here. Okay, and then you can see import button. So click to the import. It also imported. You can see in here. Okay, image collection default variable name. So now you can simply put your any variable name you can put in here. So just I simply put here the NPP and GPP. Okay, so there are the two way for importing the data set in code editor. One is that you can simply copy the Earth Engine snippet from here and then paste in your code editor and give a variable name. Another thing is that you can simply search here your data set in the top of the code editor and then simply import. You can see import button. Then it will be imported, and then you can put any variable name. Is it okay?
Yes, sir, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So now we simply put here this time period, and after that, in this time, we are just simply put here the filter date, the NPP collection and GPP collection. Okay, do that. So and put here the filter date, start date and end date about the GPP and NPP dataset. So now calculating the NPP. Okay. So NPP in this time we calculated for that year, 1 year, we simply calculate the NPP. Okay. So in this time, further you can see get the data. We are just make a function about that. Okay. Put here the E date, system time start, and put here the year we can get in here. And then filter the NPP and GPP dataset. We can simply filter. So now we are just simply apply this formula about that NPP. This is the formula about that NPP. So NPP, we can simply put here the NPP, and also you can see about that NPP 8 and it in this time. This is my final collection about that. Okay, so this is my image collection. So now this using this image collection NP8, we can simply calculate the biomass. Okay, for the biomass, first of all, we need to simply reproject our scale value 2.5 multiply with that, and then finally biomass calculation. So basically this is my collection and this is my function. Okay, you can see function variable name is that in here. Function variable name. So this is the function variable name. You can see biomass. So just use here the map function and put here the function variable name. Okay. So after that, we are just simply visualize the data about that, and then keep the just show the display the chart look like that for that NPP. Okay. And in this time, NPP is that mainly it's the production of plant biomass is equal to GPP subtract with the respiration. When in this time, the same formula you also put in here, and then calculated that NPP. Okay, and NPP is the called the production of the plant biomass. And in this time, we are using the Moody's data set, but there are the other land set also possible to calculate the NPP. But further, we have to apply the another algorithm. Then this algorithm is not proper. So for that, first of all, need to calculate the NPP using the land set, as well as the GPP also the calculate the land set. Then simply apply this formula, then calculate the NPP. This means about the production of plant biomass. Okay, so I will send you
How we
this.
get
Yeah.
GPP and respiration? How we get these numbers?
Okay. So in this time, respiration mainly in this time, this value we can get from that carbon loss to respiration. Okay. So in this time, there the other technique is that
So
if you
carbon
yeah
loss means carbon sequestration.
carbon sequestration. So for that, we are also using the another data set for the carbon storage data set. We can also calculate the carbon storage. Suppose you can simply so I'll show you that also. Just simply open a new code editor. Okay, from that you can simply just calculate the carbon storage. Okay, then uh, simply subtract this value from here. Suppose just I simply search my previous code. Okay, so carbon storage. Okay, just I simply import a region of interest. Suppose I just simply import. So just I simply and remove that. And now we can get this carbon storage also from that gross primary productivity dataset. Okay, so it also provide you the carbon respiration information. Okay, suppose you can see the GPP or gross primary productivity. So mainly you can see this model to calculate the terrestrial energy as well as the carbon water cycle process and geochemistry of vegetation. Okay, so in this time it also calculated the value about the carbon storage. Okay, from where we can easily get this value. And what is the unit about that? We can get the unit is that key gross primary production. It also including with the carbon also, or carbon storage also about that. Okay, and this is the unit about that how much carbon is stored for that. Okay, so that's why in this time, in this our main formula, this is the main things is that we also consider the two data set. Okay, so we need the GPP, mainly gross primary production. It's provide the carbon storage. NPP, it provide about that mainly the about your uh, biomass. Okay, from there calculate the biomass. Okay, and what is the equation about the biomass? We need to subtract the respiration. Okay, so NPP is equal to gross primary production subtract with respiration, and this respiration data set we can also get from that GPP also. Okay, so it also provide that the carbon storage from here you can easily get and make this type of map, and also make that this type of time series chart we can also get from here. Okay, so basically here you can see in this time it's a mangrove forest. Okay, so that's why in this time we did not find out the carbon storage is the very low value we can get for here. Okay, for the mangrove, because in this time for the forest or trees also get use the carbon to their different types of synthesis work, photosynthesis work. But other types of region you can see there are a lot of carbon you can easily find out from here. Okay, so this is the another way for getting this, but in this time in this code it is the already set, the two things already set in here. Okay, for gross primary production use for that taking the carbon respiration, and net primary production is that already available, there is no problem. Okay, and you can easily use this and then easily make this type of map, and you can easily download the tip format and make the map in your ArcMap software, and also make the time series chart about that. From here click to here, then you can easily get this type of chart and download the data and Excel file or CSV file.
Yes, sir. Sir, if just you have calculated the 1 year of difference, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Biomass,
Yeah. 1 year.
and if I want the data from 2016 to 2023,
Yeah.
how to reduce that data?
Okay. Suppose 2003.
16 to 2023, yeah.
16 January from 2023. Today is the November. So suppose November, December, December 12th. So I put here the suppose 1st December. Okay. So now try to click to the run. In this time it will be loaded all of this data, and also make the time series chart. But in this time we can get this wrong. It's showing that image has no band. Okay, so just a minute. I simply put here that November, 1st November, then right. Or before that, okay. Or suppose 22 we check first. Or check the time about that data set. Okay, so what is the last time about the data set? Okay, so this data set available in 2023. Okay, in this time here you can see they're already provide about the new data set. Okay, so in this time this data set availability is only for the year of 2023 February. Okay, 18 February. Okay, so it this data set is the work, but in this time they also provide the new data set about that. Okay, so in this time when you want to do this work for the present time for 2023 December, then you have to use this data set. Okay, so simply click on this data set. So now it provide that you can see. I simply open the new data set. You can see new data set is the available. You can see the November 25. Okay, so it's the update data set. So for that you have to use this data set. Okay, and then you can easily make it for your present time. So I let's go how we can do that. Simply copy. Just I simply copy from here. So it's my GPP, gross primary production. I simply copy this data set and then I just simply paste here. I simply paste and then give a variable name. Suppose I put the variable name is that GPP, same variable name. Okay. And previous GPP I simply remove from here. It's not need. Okay. It is the old data set. Okay. And also do for the same for the NPP also. So click on here and go click on the data catalog. So now it also provide about that new data set link. Okay. Because you can see it will be not updated. Okay. Only for the 2014. So now I just simply click on here and check about the update time period about this data set. Okay, so we can get the data set. You can see. Okay, just click on here.
Sir, how to know which data set we need for our work? Like if we are working on carbon, so how to know like which we need this data set?
Okay, so for that you have to read about the data set description. Okay, so here you can see in this
Oh,
time, this is the NPP data set or TerraNet primary production data set. We can get it from year of 2022. Okay, so for that we are just use this data set because it's update data set. So just you can simply copy from here, copy, and then paste, and then give a variable name. Suppose I put the variable name is the NPP, and then previous it's not, I simply remove that. So now try again. Suppose 2021. Check from it. Okay, it's available. Yeah. Okay, and also calculated the time series chart from year of 2016 to 2021. And it is available for, you can see 2021. It's 2022. You can see this is the update data set 2022 1st January. Okay, so this is the last time period about the NPP. And for that, for this present data set is also not added in here. For that Google Earth Engine data catalog, I think it also added after some days or other time. It also added. It also updating. 2022 1st January is the last time period about the net primary production data set. So it also work. There is no problem. You can see we can get this image look like that. And for that, simply click on here and get the better visualization. Simply stress 98% and then apply. So now we can easily get the better visualization about that. Low biomass, we can get this type of color. High biomass, we can get this type of color and easily identify about that. And it also calculated the time series chart because in this time there are the total lot of data set from 2016 to 2021. So that's why it takes some time for generating the time series chart, and it also define our internet connection. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. So I also send you this link. You also try and also send you this method. What is the method about that? You can also read the full paper. Then I hope you can get a lot of idea about that carbon storage or carbon. Then you can easily biomass. All of those things you can really get the better idea about that. Calculating the primary productivity, net primary productivity using the NPP dataset. Okay. So I send you. You try. I hope you
Yes,
can
sir.
easily get this idea. Okay.
Yes, sir. So one more thing I wanna ask. So you send me that I asked you to send me that web application part of how to calculate water monitoring, water quality. So if can you send me the simple way of doing that, like without doing it with using web application because I'm unable to do it with web application.
Okay, so basically web application is our another advanced topic for that web
Yeah,
application.
yeah, that's why
There
I'm
it is.
saying.
Okay, so
That's why I'm saying I'm
simple
unable to
with
do
that
it.
web application, I send you the code, no problem. You can just simply randomly you can get the result about that. Okay. Suppose you can simply draw the ROI and then you can easily get what is the condition about the turbidity or chlorophyll or total suspended solid. Okay.
Yeah, so can you send me these
Okay.
codes?
Okay, I'll also send you that. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Have a okay. Good night. Okay. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.